Hello and welcome to VREyes. VREyes is a classroom management system as well as a technology management system which allows instructors to plan virtual reality experiences as well as provide students support as they work through virtual reality experiences. VREyes has been developed to address the challenges of instructors not being able to provide adequate support to learners as they work through virtual reality experiences, as well as instructors not having an idea of whether a virtual reality experience has been useful in the learning process. Through VREyes, instructors are able to see the eyes of learners who are taking VR experiences, as well as to see what learners are seeing in the virtual reality experience. In this way, instructors are better able to help learners navigate virtual reality experiences and to provide troubleshooting support as learners work through virtual reality experiences. VREyes analyzes the eye movements of learners who are taking virtual reality experiences. By identifying patterns, VREyes is able to report back to instructors whether learners are attentive to the content within the VR experience, whether they're distracted, and whether they need support or not to go through the VR experience. Through this analytics, VREyes helps instructors determine whether they need to provide additional support beyond the virtual reality experience, or if the objectives of using a virtual reality experience have been achieved. To get started, instructors set up accounts on the VREyes system. This gives them a username and password which they can use to log into the system. Once they have logged into the VREyes system, instructors are taken to a dashboard where they can see learners who are currently in VR experiences, and learners needing support are flagged. Instructors are also able to see calendars which show upcoming virtual reality experiences which they have planned. New users on VREyes will typically begin by setting up their virtual reality headsets. They will install the VREyes plugin on compatible VR headsets and then navigate to the VR headsets tab on the VREyes system. They can then select to configure a new device, and then a code appears which they then enter into the headset. Once that code has been successfully entered, the headset is now connected to the VREyes system, and learners will be able to use that headset to work through assigned virtual reality experiences. Next, instructors can set up their learning management systems. The premise is that virtual reality experiences will be taken as part of a course, which will typically be administered through a learning management system. By configuring their learning management systems in the VREyes system, instructors have their data automatically updated to their learning management systems, eliminating any need for any third-party data collection. Navigating to the Learning Management Systems tab, instructors are able to click to set up a new learning management system. A code appears which instructors can then enter in the plugin which they have installed in their learning management system. Once that code is entered, the VREyes system is synced to the particular instance of the learning management system. This allows data to be transferred between VREyes and the learning management system. With the headsets and the learning management system set up, instructors can then configure VR experiences for learners to take. By clicking the tab to set up a new VR experience, instructors are presented with a page on which they can upload appropriate information relating to the VR experience which they would like their learners to take. instructors are able to choose the course, the topic, and various other information to populate the VR experience that they would like learners to take. After populating that content, the VR experience is successfully set up and will now appear in the calendar of upcoming VR experiences. In the dashboard, once again, instructors are able to notice learners who are currently in virtual reality experiences, and they're able to navigate to see how learners are working through those virtual reality experiences. Clicking on sessions, instructors can go to a list of live and recorded sessions and select the session they would like to review. In this case, the instructor has chosen to view a live session.
On screen, we find the dry bulb thermometer, the wet bulb thermometer, the maximum.
In this view, the instructor is able to see the eyes of the learner who is working through a virtual reality experience, and they're also able to see the view that the learner is seeing. Below the learner's eyes is information relating to the learner's state of attentiveness. It is in this part of the view that instructors are able to take note of whether a learner needs support or is fine. Instructors wishing to get better insights about how a particular learner has gone through a particular virtual reality experience can click on Analytics, where they'll be able to see a list of all of the recorded and live sessions. By clicking on a session, they're able to see how a learner has performed based on a set of metrics. The learner's progress in the virtual reality experience is classified as good, acceptable, or bad based on the interpretation of the patterns of their eye movements. When a learner's performance is classified as acceptable or bad, recommendations will be presented to the instructor on how they can provide additional support to the learner for them to be able to successfully complete the learning outcomes of the intended training. Upon completion of the intended tasks, instructors are able to click on Log Out to exit the VREyes system. VREyes is intended to make virtual reality technology more usable in the classroom and to enable instructors to provide more support to learners who are using virtual reality in learning. With a better appreciation of the relationship between eye movements and attentiveness, VREyes could possibly predict learner performance in assessments based on the content that they have gone through in a virtual reality experience. The insights derived from the use of the VREyes system will help instructional designers design virtual reality experiences which are tailored better to user experience and which are likely to deliver better learning outcomes. This is an extension of the designed use cases of the VREyes system. As a result of VREyes, we're likely to see better designed virtual reality experiences for learning and greater uptake of virtual reality as an instructional technology. Thank you for taking the time to learn about VREyes.